Lesson 3, Unit 2. Portfolio Management Domains. This unit is a brief introduction to the domains or areas of focus when managing a project portfolio. There are 6 domains or areas of best practices in project portfolio management. These are strategic management, portfolio governance, capability management, stakeholder engagement, value management, and risk management. These domains are the processes that the organization and the portfolio manager will use to successfully manage the portfolio. The first domain includes the continuous activities necessary for aligning the portfolio's components with organizational strategic objectives, goals, and priorities. This is a crucial activity to make sure that the organization is doing the right projects and addressing prioritization in the selection of new projects and programs. In this domain, the organization and the portfolio manager support the process to select new projects and programs and ensure they are aligned with the organization's strategy. Additional work in this domain includes the response to changes in the organization's strategy caused by new opportunities or changes in donor priorities. The second domain, portfolio governance, deals with the process, practices, functions, and principles used in the management of an organization's portfolio. This domain deals with the development and application of the portfolio governance framework, which includes the oversight, decision-making, control, and integration functions of managing a portfolio. The governance framework is guided by principles of transparency, responsibility, accountability, sustainability, and fairness. These principles help avoid ambiguities, issues, and conflicts during the program or project lifecycle. Portfolio governance helps define the roles, responsibilities, and accountabilities of the people involved in managing the portfolio. It also defines the decision-making process to select, approve, or reject new projects, including the process to control and modify the project portfolio. It is a responsibility of the portfolio manager to ensure that program manager and project managers understand the governance framework and the principles used to manage the portfolio. The third domain focuses on the processes to ensure the resource demands from new programs and projects can be supported by the organization's capacities and capabilities. Capacity management relates to the work to optimize the use of the organization's resources and maximize their value. It addresses the type, quantity, and time when resources are needed to support the various programs and projects in the portfolio. Capability management also deals with the attributes, competencies, and skills needed in the portfolio of program and projects. This domain helps balance the organization's capacity and capabilities, especially when there are more demands from programs and projects. It ensures that all programs and projects have the resources they need, especially the support from functional units such as procurement and finance. It helps manage the demands from new programs and projects with the actual resources. In this domain, the portfolio manager provides an analysis of the supply and demand and forecast analysis of demand based on portfolio pipeline analysis. This helps understand the resources needed against the current available capacity. The fourth domain is stakeholder engagement. It deals with the processes to facilitate communications with key stakeholders in order to negotiate agreements and make portfolio decisions that will affect them. This domain includes the task to identify and prioritize the stakeholders, plan levels of engagement, develop a communications plan, and engage the stakeholders. This domain helps the stakeholders understand and support the portfolio management process. The portfolio manager engages with key stakeholders and facilitates the communications related to decisions in the portfolio and maintain and increase their support of the portfolio. The portfolio manager will work with the stakeholders and facilitate their participation in the portfolio. For example, during changes or decisions made in the portfolio structure, its stakeholders can include internal, such as executive management team, and external, such as the donor and partners. The fifth domain focuses on ensuring the portfolio is delivering the intended value to the organization. This is one of the main purposes of portfolio management, to maximize the value to the organization. The aggregated value of programs and projects is the overall portfolio value. Value can be measured and increase impact, reduce risk, higher stakeholder satisfaction, and increase revenue. In this domain, the portfolio manager monitors the performance of each component of the portfolio, programs and projects, and reports on their progress against expected goals. When needed, the portfolio manager will recommend changes to the portfolio to ensure it delivers the maximum benefit. It may include the reprioritization of resources allocated to projects to reduce cost overruns and risks. The last domain identifies risks and develops measures to reduce the impact of risk and increase the probabilities for achieving the portfolio's value. The organization defines the acceptable levels of risk that the portfolio can take. This is known as the level of risk tolerance. All projects and programs are evaluated against this level to obtain a general risk level for the portfolio. In this domain, the portfolio manager will be involved in the identification, assessment, planning, and response, including the continuous monitoring of portfolio risk. The portfolio manager will monitor the levels of probability and impact of the portfolio and recommend actions to respond to risk events and decrease the impact of the portfolio. Actions include balancing the portfolio, increasing supervision of projects, and changes in the portfolio components. The portfolio manager will work on these 6 domains during the life cycle of the portfolio. The nature and complexity of the portfolio will determine the degree of effort required on each domain. Most of the time, the portfolio manager will be engaged in monitoring the portfolio performance, updating the indicators from the reports submitted by program and project managers, and analyzing the results against the expected targets. The portfolio manager will develop reports to inform the executive team and other senior managers about the status of the project portfolio and identify areas for improvements, changes, and modifications.